All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. We're going to unlock the absolute best framework for getting expert-level results out of your AI. If you've ever felt like your AI tools just aren't delivering that magic you expected, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we are cracking the code on prompt engineering, specifically focusing on the 4 core components. So we've got to start by addressing a massive frustration. Have you ever wondered why 90% of people type instructions into an AI and just get these completely bland, super generic, totally unhelpful responses back? It honestly feels like talking to a brick wall sometimes, right? Well, it turns out, and the source material makes a really surprising point here, the problem actually isn't the AI. The problem is how we're talking to it. And that brings us to this crucial point, a golden rule straight from our source. The quality of the output you receive is entirely, 100% determined by the quality of the input you provide. It's that simple. If you feed the machine a basic, low-effort prompt, you are absolutely guaranteeing a basic, low-effort response. So here's our game plan for today. First, the secret to AI quality. Then, we'll break down the 4 core components: task, context, format, and role. And finally, building the master prompt. Because building a perfect prompt, it happens progressively. You don't just throw everything at the AI all at once. Instead, you start with a simple instruction, and then later these 4 elements on top of each other. It creates this highly sophisticated set of guardrails that guides the AI exactly where you want it to go. This structured framework is literally what separates amateur outputs from pro-grade results. Section 1. The secret to AI quality. Okay, you need to think of AI like ChatGPT not as a standard search engine, but as an incredibly well-read personal assistant. It's been trained on just massive amounts of data. We're talking websites, books, articles, the whole shebang. It recognizes human language patterns so well that you can ask it to do something totally bizarre. Like, imagine asking it to write a standard nursery rhyme, but in the exact lyrical style of a famous rapper like Badshah. Even if that specific rhyme has literally never existed before in human history, the AI gets the pattern of the rapper's lyrics and the pattern of the nursery rhyme, and it fuses them together to generate a brand new, wildly accurate response. When you learn to harness that, the implications are just huge. Which leads us to core component 1, task. To put it simply, the task is the specific job you're assigning to your virtual assistant. This is the absolute foundation of explaining the 4 core prompting components. I mean, are you asking the AI to summarize an article in 100 words? Are you having it make a content calendar for your YouTube channel? Or maybe write a script on a specific topic? Whatever it is, you've got to be crystal clear about the actual action you want completed before you start building anything else. Moving right along to core component 2, context. Now, a task alone just isn't enough. Once we have our task, we desperately need to anchor it to reality. And context provides that vital background information. It's the why and the for whom. Because without context, the AI is essentially operating in a total vacuum, just guessing at what you actually need. Context gives it the situational awareness to be genuinely helpful for your specific circumstances. Like, imagine asking the AI to make a content calendar. If you just stop there, the result is going to be useless. But watch what happens when you add context. Say something like, my channel is in the YouTube growth niche, and my target audience consists of new YouTubers living in India. Boom. Suddenly, the AI knows exactly who it's talking to. Without that specific detail, it just spit out incredibly generic advice that helps absolutely no one. But with it, you get targeted, actionable value. It's a real game changer. All right, core component 3, format. This is where we dictate exactly how the information is presented to us. Defining the format ensures your AI assistant doesn't just give you the right info, but delivers it in the exact structural layout you need. So if you're asking it to analyze channel data, you might specifically request a clean tabular format. Or you can ask for bullet points, a script format, maybe just plain text. Remember, you're the boss here. Tell it exactly how you want the document to look, so you don't end up wasting time reformatting it all later. And our final building block, core component 4, role. Because the AI is trained on basically everything on the internet, you have to tell it which specific slice of that massive training data it needs to prioritize. By assigning a role, you're essentially applying a filter for expertise. You're telling it exactly what kind of professional hat to wear before it even starts working on your task. It really narrows down the universe of possible answers to just the ones a true, seasoned professional would provide. There is a massive difference here between a basic prompt and an engineered one. If you just say, plan a trip for me, you're going to get a robotic, super generic itinerary. But telling the AI you are an expert travel guide, or as the source mentions for video creation, you are an expert YouTube strategist with over 7 years of experience. That forces the AI to adopt a highly specialized, authoritative tone. It completely shifts the vocabulary and the depth of the entire response.
Now for the fun part, building the master prompt. This is where the magic really happens. A beginner just drops a basic task and kind of hopes for the best. But an expert layers task, context, format, and role all together, ensuring a wildly superior, ready-to-use result. By combining all 4 core components, we are taking total control over the machine's output.
Let's actually look at the ultimate script writing prompt from our source material. First, we give the AI an expert role. Then, we give it the task of script writing. But just look at the depth of the context and format here. We dictate the audience demographic, specifically targeting 13 to 30-year-olds in India. We define the tone as educational. We even ask it to use specific emotional triggers like fear and excitement, and to employ retention tactics like a strong hook and an end screen call to action. We are leaving absolutely nothing to chance here. Oh, and I definitely want to point out this surprising yet super practical little detail from the source material regarding format. When you're setting your task and asking for a specific word count, always ask for a couple hundred words more than you actually need. Why? Well, AI models currently have this funny habit of consistently underwriting. So if you need an 800-word script, ask for 1,000 to ensure you get exactly what you're looking for. It's a great little hack. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final thought. You now hold the structured keys to unlocking a world-class, highly specialized assistant that is literally just waiting for your instructions. By mastering task, context, format, and role, that barrier to incredible output is completely gone. So what amazing thing are you going to build with it today?